Hi, I hope you're doing okay. Today I wanted to show you some miscellaneous things around my room. There isn't really any reasoning behind this collection of objects, but I thought they made nice sounds. I have a little bit of a habit of picking up things off of my dresser or desk and playing with them, which is usually what prompts this type of video for me. So anyway, here's a little show and tell of some random objects. So the first set of items are these little rollerball perfumes that I got in a little set. They're from this brand called Nest, which kind of drew me in because they have really nice artwork on their perfume bottles, and the full-sized bottles look really pretty. Which is kind of funny that even though perfumes are arguably, strictly a scent, like when you're wearing the perfume, there's no visual aspect to it. It's just purely scent. But somehow the packaging still draws me in, So, yeah, I liked how, well, they look better in the full-sized bottles, but there are flowers on each of the bottles, and I think the artwork in the full-sized bottles is actually on the inside of the bottles, it looks like, as opposed to this where we just have stickers on the outside. But yeah, I liked the way the bottles looked, but I had no idea what the scents actually smelled like, so I bought a little set of these travel size minis that are just little roll-on perfumes. And I actually pulled up the, scent profiles of each of these so I could read them out. So let's see. So for this first one, it's called Black Tulip, and it says, Black Tulip, nuances black, amber plum, with the aroma of patchouli, pink pepper, and Japanese violet, for a scent that is as provocative as it is seductive and alluring. I have no idea what that means. Let me see what I think it smells like. smells like flowers. I'm really not the person to describe scents. Let me move on to the next one because it might be more helpful for me if I compare all three. So this one is Sun-Kissed Hibiscus. And it says, Sun-Kissed Hibiscus features radiant notes of frangipani and orange blossom combined with warm golden amber to capture the mystery of a luminous sun-kissed hibiscus. Once again, I don't know. I think what I do know is that I don't have it cut out for me to describe scents, as in, I could never come up with that type of description. This one is more, I guess, tropical, or I guess it kind of smells like coconut a little bit. They definitely smell different from one another. But I guess this is why I wanted to buy this set, because when I read those descriptions, they truly mean nothing to me. And the last one is Wild Poppy. It says, Wild Poppy includes luscious aromas of pear, raspberry, and apricot, infused with hints of Himalayan jasmine and rose de grace. I don't know what that is. Okay, but I do understand pear, raspberry, apricot, and jasmine. And this one definitely is the most fruity scented perfume. I think it's my favorite. I always really like fruit scents because they're fresh and sweet. Something about that really appeals to me. I like these little glass bottles and the sounds they make when you lightly hit them together. I might try a few more of these little bottles before deciding on which one to get a full bottle of. But anyway, that is the first set of items that I wanted to show you today. So let's move on to the next thing. So the next item is a little sample that I got of shampoo and conditioner. I think I bought, I think it was a new bottle of sunscreen, and this just came as a free sample along with it. The brand is I think it's R and Co. I was reading this the other day. Yeah, it says it has a website called randco.com. I thought it might have been R plus Co, but I think it's R and Co. So I guess this is their gemstone color shampoo and color conditioner. I don't have colored hair, as in I don't dye my hair. But I do have wavy hair, wavy/curly hair that I try to be really gentle with. So, like this says that it's sulfate free, which is true of the products that I use now. And I think the conditioner doesn't have silicones in it either, which I guess is supposed to be better for textured hair. So, I guess if I ever travel somewhere, I can definitely bring this with me, which is nice. I just realized that the opening of each of these, so this one is the shampoo. This one is more of a round shape, whereas the conditioner is a pointed shape. I don't really know why that is. It's kind of interesting. So these say, let's see, the shampoo says, shine bright with gemstone, a nourishing shampoo for color-treated hair, contains a color protection complex proven to keep your hue rich and vibrant. Apply to the middle of your hair and work through from roots to ends. And the conditioner says, keep it precious and polished with gemstone. With an added color protection complex, this nourishing conditioner is designed to protect and prolong the vibrancy of your shade. It also helps to balance the scalp, tame frizz, and seal split ends. Apply to mid-length of your hair and work through to ends. I never know if, I guess I tend not to trust the claims of products. I've studied marketing, but I think even if you haven't studied marketing, you know that brands can just say whatever they want, pretty much. I think there are different laws in different countries about it, but like sealing split ends is something that I don't know if it's scientifically possible. Maybe it sort of is, but you would think that if a strand of hair was broken into two and split at the ends, there wouldn't really be an easy way to, like, glue them back together. So, I don't know how true that part is. But yeah, I chose this for this video because of the crinkly sound of these little travel packets. So let's move on to the next item. So next is this little candle that I got from some coworkers. And it came with a little succulent, which is why this says natural succulents. So this candle is white sage and lavender, 100% soy candle. It's in a little gold jar. Well, I don't know if it's a jar, if it's made of metal, but you know what I mean. The plant that it came with is an echeveria or echeveria. I don't know how to say it, but it's one of those succulents that looks like the leaves they're sort of like petals. I really like that shape of plant. The burning instructions are: trim wick to 1/4 inch before lighting. Keep candle free of any foreign materials, and including matches and wick trimmings. Only burn the candle on a level, fire-resistant surface. do not burn a candle for more than 4 hours at a time. Stop use when only a 1/4 inch of wax remains. I didn't know that candles had instructions. I thought it was just like light it on fire and wait. I have an old video that is a bunch of lid and cap sounds that are kind of like this. But anyway, I think that's it for this candle, so I will move on to the next things. So the next item is, well, I guess it's 2 items that are both makeup. And the first makeup item is this e.l.f. Camo CC cream that I just recently bought. It says color correcting, full coverage, natural finish, plus collagen, peptides, and niacinamide. And it is SPF 30. I always wear regular sunscreen as just part of my skincare routine. So I don't intend to use this as sunscreen, but it's nice that it's a little extra sun protection. The directions say to apply 1 to 2 pumps. And then it does have some SPF or sun protection directions that say apply liberally 15 minutes before sun exposure and then reapply at least every 2 hours. Which I guess maybe they're legally obligated to say that if they're gonna call this sunscreen and put an SPF number on it. But I can't imagine anyone liberally putting this on their face and then reapplying it every 2 hours, especially with how much coverage it can provide. I feel like that would be way, way too heavy. And I don't really wear heavy coverage makeup at all. And I think I kind of missed the fact that this said it was full coverage. I think I assumed that it would be a light coverage because it's like a tinted moisturizer basically. But I've only worn it a couple of times and I put on a tiny amount, like less than a pea-sized amount, just to give my face like a little bit of a tint. So it looks a little bit more even, I guess. But I've definitely been trying to embrace my normal skin. Because there shouldn't really be a reason for anyone to cover up their skin. Like, even the things that we think are flaws are just part of us. There's nothing wrong with them. So yeah, I don't really enjoy the covering your skin up part of makeup. But I don't wear a ton of makeup anyway, so. And then the other makeup item I have is a blush that I also recently bought. This is the Milani Baked Blush in the shade Petal Primavera. Which is sort of like a soft pink. It's a really neutral type of color that just barely gives my skin a little color. But I wanted to bring this out for this video because I know that these blushes always come with a little brush inside that is in this plastic. Funny that I feel like makeup brushes are a lot more easily accessible nowadays, but some products still come with a little tiny brush. I don't know how many people actually use these. I don't use the brushes that come in makeup usually. since, I have a blush brush that I like to use, so I'd rather use that. But it does remind me of, I don't know, maybe 20 years ago. Actually, yeah, longer than that, 25 years ago, when I would watch my mom getting ready and she would put her blush on using the little tiny brush that came in the blush compact. I think it was this thin, but it was maybe half the width. But that's what everyone had. So I guess we all just used it until makeup brushes became fairly easy to find and less expensive over the years. But I'm just going to keep mine in the little protective packaging. This little plastic sleeve. And I'm going to put it back in the blush where it rightfully belongs. So those were all of the items that I had to show you today. Sometimes I'm just wandering around my room and tapping on things or making crinkly sounds, or if it's a candle, I'll open and close it a bunch of times just for the sound. So I'll try to collect more items for another video like this. But I think that's where I'll leave the video for today. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one.